Hey, happy Hopeville Friday to you. I'm out here in the shop because it's kind of a rainy day today and I'm getting ready to take a trip before too long with this trailer. So I was going to pack the wheel bearings, make sure they're good and got plenty of lubrication and stuff so I don't have any problems on the trip. But I want to talk to you guys a little bit today about fear. I got dumped yesterday. so it bucked off, whatever you want to call it, whenever I took a horse out in an area that he wasn't quite ready to go into, and he panicked and kind of went from his reasoning side of his brain to his reacting side, and he was more than I could handle. Didn't hurt me, but, my pride a little bit maybe. But what I want to talk to you guys about, I had listened to I listen to podcasts all the time, and I listened to a horse trainer. And it was a lady, actually, it was a video I was watching, and she said if you had a party in your mind and you invited to your party, you invited fear and courage, which one would show up first? Interesting question. I think if you think about that just a minute, probably everyone would agree that fear would show up first. She did a really good job with this video, and she's very animated. She said, of course, fear would show up first. Fear always shows up first. Fear shows up early, way ahead of time. And when you finally through and you get you're over it and the thing's all done, then courage comes, and you're like, you're showing up now. I don't need you now. I needed you then, So I thought that was really interesting because the people that I had got this horse from, I was just trying him out, and they told me, they were honest with me. They said, he bucked the last three people off that got on him, and we don't know what to do with him and all this stuff, and they're more of a halter. They show horses, don't really ride them that much themselves. So I thought, well, I'll just give him a try. And I rode him probably 6 or 8 times and no issues at all. And yesterday was just a different day. And he proved to be a little more than I could handle. But because they told me that, and because I kind of had that in the back of my mind, that fear, every time I swung a leg over the saddle, got ready to get on, here come that fear. And horses, animals can sense that. People say their animals get scared in a storm or this, that, and the other, and maybe some do, but a lot more of that is you get scared in a storm, and your animal, your dog, your cat, whatever, they're like, oh my gosh, so my human's scared, I better be scared. So and that fear shows up, and shows up early. So this lady's point was, you have to learn how to deal with that. You have to get that kind of, just think through some scenarios. What's the worst thing that can happen? How likely is that to happen? What's the best thing that can happen? And really focus your mind on that, and get that kind of in your mental picture whenever you get ready to get on. If you enjoy, like I do, if you enjoy riding and you enjoy a certain part of it, a nice slow walk, or a lively canter, or whatever it is, get that picture and let that overtake your fear. Let that show up early and beforehand, and kind of have that in your mind about, this is what I want to do. This is what I want this ride to be like. And it really helps. Yesterday, I don't really know where I was on that. I wasn't expecting that, because he'd been doing pretty well, but he was kind of calculated, and obviously had some problems before I was there. But anyway, that's a whole different ballgame. But I just want to come by and wish you guys a happy Hopeville Friday, a great weekend, and really just to put that out there. What are some fears that you face, and how could you start to frame those in your mind differently than just bowing to that pressure of the fear that has been constantly, you know, taking you down or making you feel inadequate. And, you know, for me, it's going to be that, you know, really putting the thing that I enjoy and the way I enjoyed it, the way I do enjoy it, in my mind and really in my thoughts before I get to the point, you know, before I get to the party where fear and courage are both invited. So, hope y'all have a great weekend and a great Hope-Filled Friday, and we will catch you down the road.